the crisis we're facing today in this discussion and in so many others, Ukraine, is that we don't have common knowledge anymore, especially in this country. We have flipped our priorities so that new inventions, new uses of military force, new arguments in law to try to free up the right to use weapons wherever, whenever, have displaced this ancient knowledge. So I'm really grateful to you, Josephine, for helping us to bring some of these ideas back to a very central and high-profile discussion. When you say, are these old norms appropriate anymore for a digitized age? Remember, the norms are not about the means by which we kill, but the goal of killing. These are norms about people and the human right to life. That, despite any changes you're going to have in technology, remains. If an AI weapon is designed to kill people, take territory, destroy buildings, it hasn't changed in what it's doing, and therefore the norms that we have to hold these new technologies to when we decide whether in law and ethics, when these should, at the international level, always be joined, because it's through international law that we express the commonly held norms of our global world. So any weapon has to be lawful under fundamentally the right to life. And then the right to life takes on different forms depending on situations. So in my mind, the most important additional rule that protects the right to life is a prohibition on the use of military force. And we have a UN charter that has restated, codified that ancient rule in which you do not go to war for reasons such as countering terrorism. This is a clear prohibition of the UN Charter principle on the use of force. It doesn't measure up. So there's one major example since the end of the Cold War where the United States has been instrumental in weakening a norm so that people no longer think that that is a norm that should bind. And when you start to weaken these kinds of rules, what are we putting in place? The logic of realism, which teaches you to just constantly seek military advantage. And under that idea, of course, you're going to invent any kind of weapon, try to speed up and stay ahead of the technology being developed by others. If you go back to understanding that we have to prohibit war, we have to prohibit and very seriously limit how we engage war in order to preserve our humanity, we'll begin to see that well, yes, as General Breedlove said, you'll always have criminals, those who are violating the rules. We're seeing that, we see that constantly. That doesn't mean that the world doesn't try to uphold its core norms through good laws, through good treaties. And that's what we should really be moving toward, so that we can distinguish the law violators from those who are complying with the law and really care about respect for human life and human dignity.